Hello students, today I am going to start chapter 2 complex numbers. Okay, to know complex numbers, we should know what are real numbers first. What are real numbers? Real numbers includes rational numbers, and irrational numbers. Irrational numbers. Rational numbers. Which type of numbers are called rational numbers? Which can be expressed as p by q are called rational numbers. And what are irrational numbers? Which can't be expressed as p by q form are called irrational numbers. In decimal form, which are terminating decimals, if they are in decimal form, terminating or recurring. If numbers are in decimal form, then the terminating or recurring decimals are called rational numbers. Those numbers are non-terminating and non-recurring are called irrational number. For example, root 2, root 3. These are irrational numbers, under root values. Suppose decimal numbers are given 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. So here, after the decimal points, the digits will not be repeat and will not be terminate. This type of numbers are called irrational numbers. And in decimal form, if they are terminated or recurring decimals, suppose 1.32, this is terminating decimal. 1.33333, this is recurring decimal. So these are rational numbers. They can be expressed in p by q form, and these numbers cannot be expressed as p by q form. They are irrational numbers. These are rational numbers. And another type of numbers may arise. Suppose under root, suppose minus 2 is there. This is not irrational number. Root 2, root 3 are irrational numbers. Under root value, if it is positive, they are irrational numbers. Sometimes you may get under root value as negative. This type of numbers are called imaginary numbers, not real numbers. They are not come in real numbers. They are imaginary numbers. And one more thing, every real number means rational or irrational. Every real number can be represented on real line. We can represent on the number line, real line. This is called real line, x-axis. It is nothing but real line is nothing but x-axis. So every rational or every irrational you can represent on the number line. Okay, on real line. Okay, imaginary number. Suppose imaginary number. What is imaginary number? Under root value. Under root, if you get under the root, if you get negative quantity, then that numbers are called imaginary numbers. They are known as complex numbers. Let me explain with one example. Suppose I am taking x square minus 1 equals 0. This is quadratic equation. No? How many roots it has? It has 2 roots. What are the roots? How to get? We have this formula to find the roots of the equation. Minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2e. This is formula method. Or using factorized method also you can find the zeros. So what values will satisfy this equation? X equal to 1 will satisfy. X equal to minus 1 will satisfy the equation. See here, x square equal to plus 1. So square of any variable always positive. Here positive, no? So possible. Real values are possible. That real values are 1 and minus 1. If you put 1, you are getting 1. If you put minus 1, again you are getting 1. Suppose I am taking x square plus 1 equals 0. If you use this formula, what you will get? If you use this formula, suppose I am using this formula. What is b value here? B value is 0. X coefficient is not there, no? Plus or minus square root of 0 minus 4ac. 4 by 2a. X is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 4 by 2. See here, under root value is negative. So it is under root value is negative. So it is not a real value. This already we know in the quadratic equation this is called discriminant. When the discriminant is equal to 0, then quadratic equation having no real roots. So under root value is negative, no, so it is not a real value. Okay, suppose here x square plus 1 equals 0 means if you take 1 at right hand side, x square equal minus 1. For any number square always positive, but here we have to get minus 1. Is it possible with any real number? Not possible. If you keep any real number, it is not possible. If you keep minus under root minus 1 here, root of minus 1, you will get minus 1. So under root values are negative. So this under root value is negative. So here by sending a square at right hand side, you will get minus 1. Under root values are negative, then that numbers are called imaginary numbers. And this number here under root minus 1, no, this is denoted by I, which is called iota. Okay, under root of minus 1 is called iota. It is denoted by iota. Right? I equal to what? Under root of minus 1. If you squaring on both sides, I square equal to, you will get minus 1. Right? Suppose if you already I have given one equation, x square equal to plus 4 equal 0. By sending 4 at right hand side, you will get minus 4. By sending square root on both sides, you will get minus 4. X is equal to remove this minus 1, can I write 4 into root of minus 1? Root 4 is 2 and this is I. Root 4 is plus or minus 2. So I equal to plus 2i or x equal to minus 2i. This quadratic equation and it has two roots. See, I is nothing but root minus 1. So it has two imaginary root. One is 2i, another one is minus 2i. Okay, and see, complex number. Complex number is nothing but imaginary number. Complex numbers. What are the complex numbers? The numbers which are in the form. The numbers which are in the form. The numbers which are in the form a plus ib are called complex numbers. The numbers which are in the form of a plus ib are called complex numbers, where here a comma b are real numbers. Okay, a comma b are real numbers. Example, suppose 1 plus 2i. 1 plus 2i, this is complex number. 3i, this is also complex number. 1 minus I, this is also one complex number. See here, 3i we can write as 0 plus 3i. So it is expressed as a plus ib. And this is already in a plus ib form. This one also a plus ib form. See here, when I am taking one number 1 plus 2i, it has two parts. This is real part, this is imaginary part. Real part is denoted by a, imaginary part is denoted by b. Okay, and we know real numbers we can represent on number line, as well as we can represent the complex number also on the we can represent complex number also in the graph by taking the real axis and imaginary axis. Here to represent complex number we are using x-axis as a real axis. Okay, and y-axis as a imaginary axis. And this plane here, real axis, imaginary axis, dividing the full plane into 4 parts. This plane is called organ plane. So every complex number we can represent a point in organ plane. For example, I have to represent this 1 plus 2i in the diagram, in the graph. So I am taking a real axis as x-axis, y-axis as imaginary axis. So real part is what? A is 1 and imaginary part is 2. Okay. Sorry, this is 2i. Imaginary part is 2i. Okay, only b. Real number, real part you have to take on x-axis. So what is real part? 1. So here I am taking 1, and in imaginary b 2. So on y-axis, this is positive y-axis, positive imaginary axis, negative imaginary axis. So I am taking 2. This is 1. This is 2. And this is 2 1 on imaginary axis. I need to represent this 1 plus 2i in the organ plane. So here real 1 and imaginary part is 2. So where is the point? Here it is the point. This point represents 1 plus 2i. 1 plus 2i. And see, every complex number you can write as order pair also, 1 comma 2. Suppose a plus ib is a complex number, then you can, if you want to represent in a organ plane as a point, you can take as a comma b coordinates. Here a is real part and second coordinate is imaginary part, a comma b. So this point represent 1 comma 2. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to represent 2 plus i. 2 plus I in the organ plane. This is real axis, this is imaginary axis. X value, what is real part? Real part is 2. So I am taking on real axis, this is 1, this is 2. What is the imaginary part? 1i. So 1, here 1. So here see, 2 plus I am representing as a point, coordinates. Real part, imaginary part, I coefficient 1, 2 comma 1. So 2 comma 1, where it will lie? In first quadrant. So this is the point I am representing as 2 comma 1. If you convert into complex number, it is 2 plus I. Right? Suppose I am taking, I need only 2i. I want to represent this 2i complex number in the organ plane. So 2i means here there is no real part, no? If there is no real part, assume that real part is 0. You have to convert into a plus ib form. So here real part is 0 on the diagram 0 and imaginary part 2 here. This is 1, this is 2. So it will lie set here. So how to represent in coordinate form? 2 comma 0. Sorry 0 comma 2. Real part is 0. So this is 0 comma 2. Right? It lying on 2i lying on imaginary axis. Suppose I need 1 minus I. Convert into coordinates 1 comma minus 1. On x-axis 1, real axis 1 and imaginary part minus 1. So here minus 1. So you present here. This represents 1 comma minus 1. It is nothing but 1 minus I. Suppose I am taking another complex number minus 1 minus I. What is real part? Minus 1. So here imaginary part minus 1 here. So this is the point. It represents minus 1 minus 1. If you write in a plus ib form, minus 1 minus I. Okay, this is the method to represent a complex number in organ plane. Organ plane means the plane which contains a real axis and imaginary axis. We are assuming x-axis as a real axis and y-axis as a imaginary axis to represent complex numbers in a plane. That plane is called organ plane. Okay. Now see here what I said, iota. Iota is nothing but root of minus 1. Under root value negative with unity, then it is called iota. It is represented by I. Right? And if you take squaring on both sides, I square equal to what? Minus 1. Suppose I am finding I cube. Can I write I cube as I square into I? Okay. What I got? I square is minus 1. I am finding I cube. I cube equal to I square into I. What is I square value? Minus 1. Minus 1 into I? Minus I. So I cube is minus I. Suppose I am increasing the power I power 4. I power 4, how to write? Can I write I cube into I? So already I got I cube is minus I. I am replacing I cube by minus I. Minus I into I. This is minus I square. But already we know I square is minus 1. So I am keeping I square value here minus 1. This becomes 1. So I power 4 is 1. Suppose I am increasing I power as 5. I power 5, can I write I power 4 into I? I power 4 already 1, so it is equal to I. Suppose I am writing I power 6. I power 6, we can write I power 4 into I square. I power 4 is 1, I square is minus 1, so you will get minus 1. So like this you can simplify. If I power is lot more, suppose I power is 100 is there. How to get the value of this? If power of the I is largest value, then we have to divide it by 4. 425 the 100, remainder 0. So how we can write I power 100? 4 into 25. 4 into 25. Can I write I power 4 whole power 25? Yes. What is I power 4 value? What we got? 1. So this is 1 power 25, that equal to 1. Right. Suppose I am having I power 26. I power 26. How to get the value? Divide it by 4. 4 6 are 24. Remainder 2. So how we can write this 26? 4 into 6 plus 2. Okay. Now later I am splitting that I power 4 into 6 into I square. Can I write like this? Yes, we can write. Now I power 4 power 6 into I square. Okay. I power 4 is what? 1. So it becomes 1 power 6. I square value minus 1. So if I power is more, I power is more, that means more than 4, then divided it by 4. Then you will get the remainder. Only remainder you can take as I power. See why? Because this will be always becomes 1. Okay. And remember one note. I square, I cube, I power 4. I value minus root 1. Okay. I square value is what? Minus 1. I cube, if you simplify I cube, you will get minus I. I power 4, you will get plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 cancel, minus I plus y cancel. So it is equal to 0. So always the sum of the i's whose powers are conjugative integers, then that will be equal to 0 always. Suppose for example I power 5, I power 6, I power 7, I power 8 is there. What is the value of this? Means it is equal to 0 always. Why? Because the powers are conjugate, 4 conjugative numbers, positive integers. Suppose I have given I power 100, I power 101, I power 102 plus I power 103. Then you can write directly it is equal to 0. Why? Because there are conjugative positive integers, 4 conjugative positive integers of powers of 5. So you can directly write 0. Using this concept, I will give you some problems as homework. You have to solve it. Thank you.